everyone, welcome back to my channel Student Diary. I am Ritu and today once again I have brought one more interesting video for all of you related to Sanskrit. So today's video is in continuation to the last video. As you know, in the last video we started learning about the Shabdroops. That is one of the most important concept in Sanskrit grammar we have. If we want to learn the language from the core, we are supposed to understand the different kind of Shabdroops and we are supposed to understand their usage in the sentences. Correct. So in our last video, we learned about some basic terms related to Shabdroops, like what is Shabd, then what is Pad, then what is gender, what is number, right? And we learned about one more concept related to Karak and Vibhakti, right? We understood the relationship between the Karak and Vibhakti. Correct. And then we learned what actually are Shabdroops, right? The different modifications we do in the word, that is called as the Shabdroop, right? And then we learned about what are the different kinds of Shabdroop. Like we have the Sangya Shabdroop, we have the Sarvanam Shabdroop, Sankhya-vachak Shabdroop, Prashnavachak Shabdroop, Visheshan Shabdroop, right? So we learned about these all things. Now in today's video, we are going to learn about the first type of Shabdroops, which are the Sangya Shabdroops. Okay, so those who all are watching my video for the first time, I would suggest that go to the previous video for which I will provide the link in the description box. Watch that properly, learn and understand all the basic terms and then come back to this video. It will be an enjoyable experience for you to continue the journey in Shabdroop. Okay, so and those who all have watched, I hope that everyone has learned the Vibhakti and Karak and like every Vibhakti ka usage that for which question, every vibhakti is going to give you the answer. Right. So now, after answering everything what we have learned in the last class, I just want to tell you like one question I want to ask you. The question is that still, why do we need to learn the Shabdroops? Right. Why do we have the different form of the same word? So the answer to this question is that, like in English, we have. So here I want to tell one more thing that whatever comparison, whatever analogies I'll give you, that will be related to English because English is the language which we are learning from our childhood, like from grade one. The grammar portion of English grammar we are doing from grade one. So it will be easy for you to relate with English grammar and it will be easy journey in learning Sanskrit. Okay, so like in English, we have the prepositions, right? Of, in, by, with, for, correct? In Sanskrit, we do not have the specific word for those prepositions. We make the modifications in the word itself to change it to that form. Okay, like if we want to say of Ram, so we will not be having any word for of. In Ram only, we will be doing some modification which will give you the meaning that it is of Ram. Okay, similarly for Ram. So that was the reason I was telling you the Vibhakti. So based on that, you want to use it for Ram, of Ram, with Ram, which Vibhakti you will be having. Based on that, we will be having the different form of the Shabdroops. Okay, different form of a word we will be having. Fine. I hope everyone has understood why we are supposed to learn it. Now we are going to understand one type of Shabdroop, which are the Sangya Shabdroop. Okay, let's start with the Sangya Shabdroop. So for before that, we should know what is Sangya. So Sangya is noun. We know that what noun is, right? So noun is the name of any person, any place, anything, any feeling, any object, whatever is there around you, which is having a name, is called as noun. Correct. Now we think that if there like in this world we know that there are billions of words, correct, billions of objects, billions of names, billions of places. So if I ask you that for every word you have to remember one Shabdroop, it's just next to impossible, right? So there should be something which will tell you that how many bare minimum you are supposed to learn so that you can actually relate all other words, all other similar words. Okay, so now when we talk about the Sangya, so we have understood that there are going to be the billions of names and or feelings and all those things, right? So it will depend upon the spelling of that word, that how the form of that Shabdrup will go. Okay, so based on Sangya, we have two types of Sangya Shabdrup. Okay, one is going to be your Ajant, Okay, one type of Sangya Shabdroops are Ajant, and the second type of Sangya Shabdroop are Halant. Okay, so Ajant Shabdroop are going to be the all the words which are going to end with any matra. Okay, I hope everyone knows what all are the different matras we have, like a ki matra, a ki matra, e ki matra, u ki matra, ru ki matra, e ki matra, o ki matra, right? So any word will be ending with some or the other matra or with some or the other vyanjan. Correct. So when any word is ending with any of the matra, that shabdrup for that word will come under ajant. And if any word is ending with any halant, any vyanjan, that will come under the halant shabdrup. Okay. So now let's start with the ajant shabdrup. So these are the basic type of shabdrups with which you start learning the shabdrups actually. Okay, so I told you that ajant shabdrup are the shabdrup, like they are the form for the words which are ending with any matra. And then we discussed that we know that the matras are like e, ru, a, o. Right? So many matras are there. So any word which is ending with a ki matra, the shabdrup for that word is called as akarant. Okay, akarant. Akarant means ending with a. Fine. Example you can say as Ram. Correct. So if you see Ram, you just have to see the last letter. So Ram, it is made up of ma plus a. Correct. So it's ma plus a means it is ending with the a ki matra. So they will be called as akarant. And then I told you that in Sanskrit we have three genders: pulling, striling, and napunsakling. So based on gender, we will be having like any word which is ending with a ki matra, that can be pulling also, that can be striling also, and that can be napunsakling also. Correct. So any word which is pulling and ending with a ki matra, they will be having similar kind of shabdrup. So in that, if you learn one shabdrup, like in pulling akarant, if I say that learn dev shabdrup, you will be able to write all other shabdrups in which the spelling is ending with a ki matra, like ram, shishya, vriksh, ashv, that gaj. Correct. Any kind of word is there, you will be able to write, but that should be the pulling word. Fine. In akarant, we do not have any striling word. In napunsakling, in akarant means ending with a ki matra is the like fal shabd, the neutral words, right? Like fruit, flower, book. These kind of words will come under napunsakling. Similarly, the words which are going to end with a ki matra, okay, like Lata, Sita, Geeta, those kind of words will have a different form of Shabdrup. Okay, like pulling will have Vishwapa, means God. Lata is striling. In Napunsakling, we do not have in Akarant. Then similarly, we get Ikarant. Ikarant means ending with Choti Iki Matra. So in that, like pulling, we can have like Muni, Ravi, Kavi, Pati. These kind of words will come under Ikarant pulling. Similarly, in striling also we have, so it will be like Mati, Buddhi, Srishti, Vrishti, ladies, feminine words. Okay, they will come under Ikarant striling. They will have also have one type of Shabdrup. And then in Napunsakling, if you talk about an Ikarant, you have like Dadhi, Vari. These kind of words will come under Ikarant Napunsakling. Got it? So with every ending with every matra, you have to learn one Shabdrup, one for pulling, one for striling, and one for Napunsakling. Then all the words ending with the same matra, and whether it is a pulling or striling or napunsakling, you will be able to frame other shabdrups. Okay. Similarly, we have our ikaran, means ending with badi ki matra. In that, you can have like sudhi, senani. Then in striling, we can have nadi, lakshmi, Rajshri, like that. Okay. For Napunsakling, we do not have. Then in Ukarant, means a word ending with Chote U ki matra. For that also, you can have the words pulling like Guru, Shishu, Sadhu, Pashu, those kind of words, right? And striling, you can have like Dhenu, right? Which is ending with Chote U ki matra. Then in Napunsakling, you can have like Madhu, right? Madhu means honey. So for that also, we will be having the different Shabdrup. Fine. Then ukarant means ending with bade uki matra. So in pulling we can have like swabhu. Then in striling we can have vadhu, and napunsakling we do not have. So wherever I have put the blanks here, na, so I did not find many words, or they are used like very rare words you will be having with these matras for striling, napunsakling, or pulling, whatever is there. So, if you find any words related to these matras anywhere, please let me know in the comment section. I would also like to know the words which are ending with those matras and they are in the particular gender. Okay, like Rukarant. Rukarant means any word ending with ru ki matra. Like in pulling, we can have Pitru means father, Matru means mother, Netri means leader. Okay, leader can be a feminine also or pulling also, right? So those kind of words will come there. Then there is no word which is ending with eki matra, so we do not have any shabdroop for these three. Then ekarant means any word ending with bade eki matra. In this also, we do not have many words. Just one word I found which is ray. That means Lakshmi. Okay. So same way in Okarant means any word which is ending with chote o ki matra. So in that I found go and dyo. And in Napunsakling we don't have. In Aukarant means ending with bade o ki matra. It is like glow. Now we are going to have these kind of words. So in Ajant Shabdroop means the words which are ending with any matra. Bare minimum you have to learn these all Shabdroop one by one. I'm not saying that you learn all of these in one day, but one by one, learn all of them, practice them regularly, try to frame some sentences with them. Then what will happen that gradually they will just start coming, like naturally they will start coming, right? Like in all other languages, we are using the words, right? So here also they will start coming correctly. They are exactly same as like our maths tables, right? So if we know the maths tables, our work becomes easy, right? Here though, without these, the work is not going to happen only, correct? You will not be able to frame the sentences only without knowing the shabdroops, right? So you have to learn these all. Okay, I hope everyone has got a fair idea that how many we have to learn. At least these many in Ajant Shabdroop we have to learn for Sangya. Okay, and just let me know in the comment section if you want the list of these all Shabdroops, like the detailed Shabdroops for these all. Please let me know in the comment section. I will provide the all the Shabdroops to you so that it will be easy for you to keep them at one place and learn them. Okay, so now we will do some examples how actually the Shabdroops are. Okay, so this Halant we will do later. First, let's go for this one. So I have taken an example of one Shabdroop, which is like Deva Shabdroop, which is Akarant pulling. Why we are calling it as Akarant pulling? Because it is Dev, right? So if you see this, the last letter is Va plus A, correct? So it is ending with A ki matra. That's why we are calling it as Akarant. And Dev is the name of a male, so we are calling it as pulling. Fine. So now let's see that how the Shabdroop goes. So in this case, in Shabdroops, we have vibhaktis going from top to bottom, and Vachan will be like that. So for every vibhakti, we will be having the word in different Vachan. Fine. Correct. For gender, it is sorted already that it is a pulling Shabd. Correct. For every vibhakti, we will be having the word in ekvachan also, dvivachan also, and bahuvachan also. Depending upon vibhakti, we have the different forms. So in every shabdroop, depending upon all the 7 vibhaktis and sambodhan, there are 24 words. In every shabdroop, you will be having 24 words. And for learning, I prefer that you should be learning row wise. Don't try to learn it column wise. I know that column wise it becomes easy to learn. Like the dvivachan, if you see, it is many repetitive words will be there, so it is easy for everyone to learn. But try to learn it row wise. Don't learn it column wise. Okay. Now, if you see Prathama Vibhakti, now for Prathama Vibhakti, Ek Vachan. Now, if you remember, Prathama Vibhakti is going to give you an answer for who, right? So, if I take a sentence like Dev is eating, so who is eating? Dev is eating. So, for Dev, we are going to use Prathama Vibhakti Devaha. Now, if I say that 2 Devs are eating, so it will become Devav. And if I say that many Devs are eating, I will be saying Devaha. Okay, that is how the forms are changing. Fine. Now, Dvitya Vibhakti gives you an answer for what or to whom, right? Correct. Here, no one is going to eat Dev, right? So, suppose here in place of Dev, the food is there. So, food is called as Bhojan, right? So, for Bhojan, we are going to use Dvitya Vibhakti. If someone is eating one food, Bhojanam. If two food, Bhojanau. If many food, Bhojanan. Okay, bhojan is going to be a napunsakling word, but I just gave you an example that why we are supposed to use Dvitiya Vibhakti. Correct? Tritiya Vibhakti gives us an answer for with or by, right? With or by what? Correct? So if I say that I want to play with Dev, so with Dev will be Deven. I want to say that I want to play with two Devs, it will become Devabhyam. For with two Devs, I will be writing Devabhyam. If I say that I want to play with many Devs, so with many Devs will make it as Devai. Okay, Chaturthi Vibhakti gives an answer for four. Correct. So if I say that this book is for Dev, it will be Devai. For four Dev, we will be saying Devai. If I want to say that this book is for two Devs, so for two Devs, we will be having Devabhyam. And if I say that this book is for many Devs, so for many Devs will be written as Devebhyaha. Correct? Panchami Vibhakti is used for from whom, separation, like something got separated from whom. So from whomsoever the things are separated in them, we use Panchami Vibhakti, right? So like I have taken the book from Dev. So if I have taken from Dev, so it got separated from Dev, right? So for writing from Dev, I will be having Devat. If I want to say from two Devs, it will be Devabhyam. And if I want to say from many Devs, it is going to be Devebhyaha. Similarly, Shashti we use for possession of. Correct? If I want to say that this book is Dev's, right? Of Dev. So Devasya. This book belongs to two Devs. So Devayoho. If I say that this book belongs to many Devs, Devanam. Right? Now, Saptami we use for in or on or at. Basically, you get an answer for where. Okay, where or when, right? So if I say similarly, like I trust in Dev, so it's Deve. I trust in two Devs, Devayoho. If I say that I trust in many Devs, Deveshu. Okay, so based on the preposition and based on vibhaktis, you should be remembering that which vibhakti is answering which question based on that, and it is answering for one person, two people, or many people. We will be having the different forms of the same word. So you can see that, right? The root word was Dev and it has been shifted to different forms based on its need. Correct? And Sambodhan we use for just calling anyone. Fine. Any Shabdroop is there, whether it is Sarvanam, whether it is Visheshan, whether it is Sangya, Halant, Ajant, Sarvanam, whatever it is, Vibhakti will give you the same meaning for every Shabdroop. Just the form will change because of the spelling of the word. Okay, I hope it is clear to all of you. Please give a thumbs up if you have understood that Dev Shabdrup and if you have understood the meaning of the Vibhaktis related to the Shabdrups. Right? I hope it is clear to all of you. So now let's take one more example. So now one more thing, that if you can write, if you have remembered the Dev Shabdrup, now any word which is ending with a ki matra, like Balak you take, or maybe you can take Shishya, or maybe you can take vriksh. Anything is there. So root word is ending with a ki matra only, right? So how you are going to write from this dev shabdrup any other shabdrup? What do you have to do? Just wherever dev is there, exactly dev, nothing else, just exactly dev. You have to remove dev, fit the other word whatever you want to fit. Like balak, if you want to fit, so write balakah, balakau, balakaha, balakam, balakau, balakan. If you want to fit here vriksh, so it'll be vrikshaha, vrikshau, vrikshaha. Correct? Vriksham, vriksha, vrikshan. So you should be knowing just that the word is root word is ending with which matra, and it is pulling, striling, or napunsakling. Based on that, if you have learned one shabdrup, just fit there. Okay. Similar way, you have to learn one shabdrup from ikarant, one from akarant, one from ukarant, one from lukarant, one from ekarant, one from okarant. Like that, with every matra, you have to learn one shabdrup, and for every gender. Okay, I hope it is clear to all of you. Now let's go for the Lata Shabdrup. I have taken one more example, Lata. So this is going to be an Akarant. Why? Because it is ending with Aki Matra and it is a Striling. Majorly, Akarant are going to be Striling. Very few words will be pulling, and Napunsakling we do not have. Okay, so mostly 99% Akarant are going to be Striling. Fine, like Lata, Sita, Gita, Kaksha, Patshala, whatever the words ending with Aki Matra are there, they will go the same way. Okay, Vibhaktis are going to give you the same meaning. It's going to give you the answer for who, what, with, for. So if you want to say for Lata, it will be Lataye. If you want to say in Lata, Latayam. If you want to say of Lata, Latayaha. Meaning is going to be same, just the form is changing based on the spelling of the word. Okay, so Panchami gives you the answer for from, Shashti gives you the answer for of, Saptami will give you the answer for in, on, or at, like that. Correct? So let's read this once. So it's going to be go like Lata, Late, Lataha, Latam, Late, Lataha, Latya, Latabhyam, Latabhi, Latayai, Latabhyam, Latabhyah, Latayaha, Latabhyam, Latabhyah, Latayaha, Latyoho, Latanam, Latayam, Latyoho, Latasu, He Late, He Late, He Lataha. Okay, so if you remember Lata, you can write Kaksha also. So what you have to do, just remove Lata from everywhere. In place of Lata, you just add Kaksha. Okay, like here, if you see it is Late, so make it as Kakshe. Correct? Whatever form of Lata is left over, just you remove that with that much form of other word. Understood? I hope it is clear to all of you. Please give a thumbs up if you have understood, and if you still feel any doubt is there, please let me know. But anyhow, you have to learn all the Shabdroops one by one. You start learning your language Sanskrit in grade 5. So I would say that if weekly one Shabdroop also you start learning, you know that in 1 or 2 years you will be proficient in all of them. Okay, so let's go for one more example. Now I have taken one more example of Fal Shabdrup. Fal means fruit, and it is going to be your Akarant Napunsakling. Napunsakling means neutral. Akarant means ending with ki matra. And the best part of Akarant Napunsakling is that you have to learn only the first two rows. From Tritya Vibhakti, it will go exactly like your pulling. Okay, so Akarant pulling and Akarant napunsakling are same from Tritya Vibhakti. Only the first two rows will be different. So how it goes in the first two rows, it's Phalam, Phale, Phalani, Phalam, Phale, Phalani, and the best part, the first and second row will be same also. Okay, and from Tritya Vibhakti, it will go same as, like if you remember, it was Devain, so it became Phalain, Devabhyam, Phalabhyam, Devai, Phalai, Devai, Phalai, Devabhyam, Phalabhyam, Devebhyah, Phalebhyah, देवात् फलात् देवाभ्यां फलाभ्यां देवेभ्यः फलेभ्यः देवस्य फलस्य देवयोः फलयोः देवानां फलानां. So you can just relate, they are exactly same. Okay, I hope now you will start learning all the Shabdrups and you have understood that why are we supposed to learn, right? To make the use of those words in the text. And I am very sure when you will learn the Shabdrups, right? So, and you know the meaning of the Vibhakti, so it will become like interesting for you to understand the language, and it will be very easy for you to read the text and understand the meaning, like for unseen passages, for some sentences or sentence formation, or maybe a literature book. Anywhere you will read, it will become very easy for you. And Kriya we have already done. So now Kriya and Shabdrup, when we join together, we can frame the sentences. Right? I hope everyone has understood this one also. Now let's go for the other type of Sangya Shabdrup. I told you, right? There are two types of Sangya Shabdrup. One is Ajant, the words which are going to end with any matra. The second one are Halant. Halant we use for the Vyanjan. Okay, any word which is going to end with Vyanjan, not with any of the matra. Okay, Vyanjan are the letters which are written without the swar, correct? Without the matras, right? So now in that also, we have how many Vyanjan? We have 25 Vyanjan, correct? Not 25 Vyanjan like the first, many are there, but the first 5 lines are like ka, kha, ga, gha. From there it starts till yara, lava, sha, sha, sa, ha, right? So the Shabdrup can be there ending with any of the Vyanjan also. Okay, any word can end with any of the Vyanjan also. So I have written some of them, at least these many you have to remember. I did not want to scare you, I did not want to overwhelm you, but I want to give you the reality that yes, these many you have to learn. Okay, there is no what do you say, shortcut to that. My motive is that when I am teaching you the language from the basics, so we are not just doing for the marks. I am making you understand the core of the language, because we are investing a lot of time, right? Around 5 to 6 years in one language we are spending. Then we should be knowing the core of the language. Correct. I hope everyone agrees with me. Please let me know in the comment section about your thoughts about it. That shall we just learn only for marks, or we should be learning to learn the language actually, right? And we know that all our scriptures and all the previous text on all other subjects which are there in Sanskrit, there in Sanskrit. If we want to read them, if we want to go through them, we should be knowing the language, right? So anyhow, we should be knowing the language. And one more benefit of learning the language is that it's very scientific. Okay, it's very logical. So if you will start learning and start applying the logics in Sanskrit now, that will help you a lot in your other subjects like maths and all also. Okay, fine. So now Halan, Halan Shabdru we were talking about. So Chakarant means ending with a ch. Okay, ending with a ch. So in that also, with every Vyanjan, we can have the words in Pulling also, and Striling also, and in Napunsakling also. Okay, like in Pulling we have Jalmuch, in Striling we have Vach, in Napunsakling we have Prach. Same with Jakarant. Jakarant means ending with a j. Correct. In that we can have like Samraj, Sraj, Urj. Takarant can be like ending with a ta, like Bhavat, Sarit, Jagat. In Nakarant, we can have like ending with the na, like Rajan, Seeman, Pathan. In Shakarant means ending with the sh. We can have Ratnamush, Pravrish, Chakshush. Sakarant, ending with the sa. We can have like Vidvas, Ashis, Manas. Rakarant means the word ending with the ra. It can be Gir, Gir, Dwar. Hakarant means ending with the ha. It's like Duh, Madhuliha, Upanaha. Dakarant means ending with the like Dvishad, Dvishad, Tad, Hrid, right? So like that we can have, and there are some more also. So just if you learn one by one these many also, it is going to be fine. But out of them also, I will tell you which are very important, which come in text so many times. If you learn them, it will be fine. And one more thing is that if you learn some of the Shabdroops, now after that, the Shabdroops start becoming easy. Okay, you start identifying them, you start understanding the pattern, that how it is actually going and what can come next. Okay, so just have patience, start with some, all will fall in the place. Okay, so like vach, it is important. I am just marking them with the box which are important. Vach means voice, very important Shabdru. Then you have the Bhavat, that means you, Shabdru. Then you have Jagat, which is very important, that means world. Then in Nakaranto, all are important. Rajan means king, very, very important. Seaman means boundary, very important. You use a lot of time in the text. Pathan means read or study basically. So it is not the verb we are using the study as a noun. And for that, you have the Shabdru. Okay. Now in Shakarant, we have Chakshush, which is very important. Chakshush means eye. Then in Sakarant, Vidvas is very important. That means intelligent person. Intelligent person. Then you can have Manas, which is very important. That means mind. You can take the note of these all Shabdroops. If you want to take, you can take the screenshot also. And if you want to write in your notebooks, you can write with me. These all Shabdroops, at least which I have marked, you have to learn them. They will be very, very helpful to you in the different text or different literature when you will be studying. Then after that, the important one is going to be your Upanaha. That means shoes. Okay. Otherwise, all are important. Learn one by one whenever you get the time, but give preference to these all which I have marked. Okay. So let's see some examples of the Halant Shabdroops. Now, let's see the first example of the Halant Shabdroop, which is the Rajan Shabdroop. Rajan means king. So we are not using the root word Raja here. Okay, we are using the root word as Rajan. That is the root word for king in Sanskrit, not Raja. Okay, if you are going to write Raja, you have to do it like Akarant Pulling, like the Vishwapa we had, right? That way you have to learn it. Fine. But for Rajan, for king, we have the Rajan as the root word, and Rajan means it is ending with a na. Correct? And it is going to be a nakarant pulling shabd. Okay. Nakarant means ending with na, pulling means it's a male. Correct? Vibhakti usage is the same thing only. The same kind of questions are going to answer. So just let's read it once. It's going to go like Raja, Rajanau, Rajanaha, Rajanam, Rajanau, Ragyah, Ragya, Rajbhyam, Rajbihi, राज्ञे राजभ्याम राजभ्यः, राज्ञः राजभ्याम राजभ्यः, राज्ञः राज्ञो राज्ञाम, राज्ञे राज्ञो राजसु, हे राजन, हे राजानो, हे राजानः. So now, if I want to say that of king, okay, so what word will be used for of king? For of, we use which vibhakti? Shashti vibhakti. And I'm talking about one king, so the word is going to be Ragyah. Shashti and one, ekvachan. Correct? Right? So that way, if you remember the Shabdroops, you remember the form, it will be very easy for you. Okay, so if I say that by many kings, so for by, which vibhakti do we use? Tritya, correct? Then many kings means we are talking about Bahuvachan. So Tritya Bahuvachan. So you have to see that where the row Tritya Vibhakti and where the column, they both are going to meet. So they are going to meet at Rajbhihi. So for by many kings or with many kings, we will be using the word Rajbhihi. Okay, that is the reason we learn the Shabdroop. You should be knowing the form so that you can use them in the sentences. I hope it is clear to you. If you have learned Rajan Shabdroop, you can write the Atman Shabdroop the same way like Rajan. Okay, you can send me after writing in the comment section. I can check that for you and I can tell you whether you have written it correct or not. Okay, I will be waiting for your comments. So now next example I have taken is Vach Shabdroop. So Vach means voice, I told you, and it is going to be Chakarant. Why we are calling it Chakarant? Because it is ending with a ch. Correct? And why we are calling it Striling? Because it is a Striling, feminine word. Okay? And it is important one. So how the form goes for this one? Vibhakti and Vachan will be having the same role in all the Shabdroops, whether it is Sarvanam or Sangya, whatever it is. So let's see how it goes. वाक् वाचौ वाचः वाचं वाचौ वाचः वाचा वाग्भ्यां वाग्भिः वाचे वाग्भ्यां वाग्भ्यः वाचः वाग्भ्यां वाग्भ्यः वाचः वाचौ वाचां वाची वाचौ वाक्षु हे वाक् हे वाचौ हे वाचः. Right, so now let's take an example of this word. So if I want to say invoice, not invoice, okay, in voice or on voice, so means in for in or on, which vibhakti do we use saptami vibhakti, right? And for saptami vibhakti ekvachan, we are going to have this word vachi. Okay, so you have to learn the shabdroop of vach. Fine. I hope everyone has understood this nicely. And if you want to take the screenshot of this Shabdroop, you can take. Otherwise, you can let me know in the comment section. I will provide the list of all the Shabdroops all together. You can keep them at one place and you can learn them one by one. Okay. Now take one more example. I have taken now one example of Napunsakling, means the word is going to be neutral. And the example I have taken is Manas. Manas means mind. Okay, that will be used a lot in many of the shlokas. You will find this word, and we call it as Sakarant because it is ending with a sa. Correct. Vibhakti Vachan is same. Let's see the forms here. So the form is going to go like Manaha, Manasi, Manansi. Manaha, Manasi, Manansi, because it is Napunsakling, so the first and the second line are going to be always same. Okay, then Manasa, Manobhyam, Manobhihi, Manase, Manobhyam, Manobhyah, Manasah, Manobhyam, Manobhyah, Manasah, Manasoho, Mansam, Manasi, Mansoho, Manasu, He Manaha, He Manasi, He Manansi. Okay, let's just understand one more example. Because it is Napunsakling, so in place of who, we will be having what. Correct? So if you want to say for mind or for all minds, just I'm taking an example of mind. So for I want to tell you the vibhakti ka usage. Okay, just it can be any other word also. So if I want to say for many minds, so for which vibhakti do we use? Chaturthi. And for many minds, it is going to be Bahuvachan. So Chaturthi, Bahuvachan is going to be Manobhyah. Okay. I hope everyone has understood the basic concept of Shabdroops by now, right? We have done examples of so many Shabdroops, like we did Sakarant Shabdroop, Chakarant Shabdroop, Nakarant Shabdroop, then we did Akarant Napunsakling, Akarant Striling, then Akarant Pulling, right? So that way, which all I told you, you learn all the Shabdroops one by one in this Halant also and in this Ajant also. So when you will start learning one by one, you will get used to them. Okay, so we are coming to the end of our today's video. I hope everyone understood the concept of Sangya Shabdroop. We will in the next video. I will be explaining you how the Sarvanam Shabdroop are going to go. Okay, so till now, you just your task is that just take down the note of all the Shabdroops which you have to learn and start learning them one by one. And in the end, if you like the video, if you understood the concept of Shabdroop, please give a thumbs up in the comment section and also share with your friends. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, please do it. It will motivate me to bring the videos for all of you. And it will give me an idea that how much you are liking my videos and what all topics you want to see in my videos. So that's all for today's video. I will see you soon in the next video with other forms of Shabdroop and more interesting videos on Sanskrit. Till then, take care, keep learning Sanskrit. Thank you.